Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are live today with a very special guest. All right. Hi, everybody. Hello. I am actually at the boutique today. Normally, I film these, I normally film them in places that have to do with, with CBI, but sometimes it could be in our warehouse. But today I am super glad to be in the boutique and spending great time with Chantel today. Hi, Chantel.
Hi guys.
We are so glad to see you. We have such a special guest on today. She is the founder of Sesi magazine. Sesi magazine is the first and only magazine brand for Black teen girls. And I actually came across her, Andrea, on Twitter. She was tweeting about her magazine. I already loved the work that she was doing. And I was like, let's chat. Let's get on this call. So I'm not sure. I'm sure she's going to join in just a second, but give it just a minute for it to load and for her to come on. Let's see. I know. Oh, a few things. So all of my makeup is Black owned today. Okay, here we go. Here's Andrea. Chantel is putting together boxes. And we're having a challenge. All my makeup is Black owned today. So I'm wearing Mented. I'm wearing the lip bar. I'm wearing Black Radiance, which I think is still Black owned. All right, here we go. All right. There we go. Hey. Hi, Andrea. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am great. It's so nice to see you.
You too.
Your hair looks amazing.
Oh, thanks. I was like, I hope it works because I watched it last night.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
I am so glad to have you on for this quick girl chat. So for anyone who's new joining us, we have Women on Wednesday, where every few Wednesdays or so, sometimes it's Wednesdays back to back, which is great. We connect with women-owned brands and we chat with their founder. We get to know them, we get to know their brand, the inspiration behind their brand, any cool things that they have coming up. It's just a time for us to chat. And so that all of our followers get to know each other. I feel like our circle is so big, right? And that there's so much overlay. And I think that we can really optimize that and get all of our people to know each other. So thank you for taking the time to join me today on our call.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. For those who don't know about your brand, can you tell us about it?
Yes, so my name is Andrea, and I launched Sesi magazine really 10 years ago straight through, but we kind of had some test issues before that. But it's the only teen magazine for Black girls, and it's print that is based in the US. And we cover everything from beauty, fashion, and health to social issues, mental health. Our readers can submit their short stories and poetry for publication consideration. And we just we say we cover the Black girls mainstream because, like, how mainstream is often looked at as white. So we cover the Black girls mainstream.
I love that. Tell me a little bit about what inspired you to have a magazine of your own.
So when I was a teenager, I was obsessed with magazines, and I I had like two subscriptions. I think I had subscriptions to YM and 17, and then I every time I go into a store, I would have to buy another teen magazine. There's like so many, and I would just have to get it. And my mom was like, "You have a sickness." And I did. But I was just like, I need this, I need this. But what I realized when I was, I read the magazines and I liked them, but I always felt left out because there weren't really anyone who looked like me on the cover, except maybe once a year. Like Brandy was on there once, TLC was on there another year, but they had like 12 issues, and everyone else was white. So, and even in like the beauty section, they'd have like five white girls and one black girl, and her skin tone or hair texture was like, I not doesn't match. So even things as little as that, but also the articles, of course, there were just, regular articles I could identify with, but they didn't cover things that I was going through as a Black girl. So those are things that just one night, I was like 17, I'm looking at some back issues like, oh, if nothing's changed by the time I'm done with school, I'll just start one myself. And then I didn't think about it again for several years. So, it's just like a thought that popped in my head. And then I was like, yeah, okay. And then I didn't think about it again for a while.
Wow. It seems like a heavy lift to be able to do this. Tell us a little bit about the process of putting out a magazine every month or every quarter.
Yeah, it's a lot. I just so in my head, like, I just do it now, but I think the hardest thing is finding money because like major brands don't want to advertise with us. And then even smaller brands sometimes don't have the money to advertise with us. But so that's been a really hard thing. We have not been able to get advertisers except for Kinky Curly, who's advertised with us since 2018. But one ad isn't enough to keep a magazine going. So we do ask for donations, and when people subscribe, like all that money goes into just producing the magazine. So what we do each quarter is first we have like a main theme that we focus on for the issue, and then I'll assign writers stories, or they'll pitch me a story idea, and if it's a good one, I'll be like, yeah, go ahead and write that. And so while they're writing their stories, I'm still trying to find advertisers for donations, and I'm also writing as well, and I'm reaching out to people to have on the cover. A lot of times we do have like a year done ahead of time, but sometimes someone might fall through because maybe their show got canceled or something like that that's happened before. Also, I'm arranging photo shoots. So I wear like a lot of different hats. Unlike other magazines who have like people dedicated to each of these jobs, I have like 8 different jobs on total. So it's a lot. And I have to make the break of the book or flat plan. So once we decide what's going in the magazine, I'll create that, and it just shows the order of where the articles are going to go. And I was actually like, it didn't seem like when I guess when I say it out loud, it seems like, I mean, it is a lot. But when I was telling this to one of my friends who was our guest editor last year, she runs Imani, a nonprofit for Black girls. She was like, "This is a lot."
It is a
You're right,
lot.
it is. So it's hard to like verbalize it all, but it just there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on. But when the articles come in, then I'm editing them, sending them back for revisions, and then sending them to layout when they're done, and then approving the layout and all of that. And then finally we send it to the printer.
Wow. You have a lot on your plate, but it seems like it's also fulfilling. Can you tell us
Mhm.
about some of the best parts of having your own magazine?
Yeah, so I really like being able to provide something that I wanted as a teenager to teenagers now. And a lot of people outside of magazines or even some brands will say, well, why do you print though? And what we get back from our readers is they want print. So I like being able to give that to them the way they want it. They're not trying to read a magazine online. Like they're just not. I like we get the feedback from them, even when sometimes I'm like, do am I doing the right thing? Do they still want this magazine? Because sometimes, you have those days when you're like, what am I doing with my life? Because it's just such a struggle. But then I get a message like, oh my gosh, I never really read magazines before, and I saw yours in Barnes and Noble, and I picked it up, and I love it, and I want to subscribe. I'm subscribing, and so we get those kind of messages, and I'm like, oh yay, they still do love it. So it just like reaffirms that I'm doing something that is still needed and wanted, and they want it in print. And yeah, so I like being able to fill that void and give Black girls a voice that they may not get in mainstream magazines.
Wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit about your cover star this month? And maybe if you could tell us who you plan to have for Q4,
Yeah,
maybe?
okay, I can do that. I'll give you a sneak peek.
I know I just threw that on you, but we would love to hear definitely about who's the cover star now or in the coming issue,
Okay,
and then in the last one of the year.
okay. So the last
Okay.
one of the year we're still working out, but our current cover star for summer is Danielle Lawson, and she was on King Richard, and she's been in a bunch of other things, but what she's mainly known for is King Richard, and she played Isha Price, one of the sisters. And we talked about everything from natural hair to makeup and fashion. She loves makeup and fashion. She does her own makeup for award shows. She told us, I was like, wow, it looks amazing. She talked about going to college because she started college this fall. And she, of course, she talked about more about the movie and what she's been auditioning for the future. So that was really fun. We had a beach photo shoot for that, and it came out nicely. And for our fall issue, which comes out next month, we're having Cameron, trying to think of Cameron's last name. Oh my goodness. I can't think of Cameron's last name. Oh no, please don't. Please, please don't hate me, Cameron. I'm looking
What did
it
she say,
up right
or how
now.
do we know her?
I think it's well, I think it's hold on. I think it's Jones. And I want to get yes, it's Cameron Jones. Okay, that's her name. And she um is on the new Amazon series Paper Girls. And I was watching it and I was like, I love this show. I binged it in the weekend it came out. And I was like, oh God, it'd be so fun to have her on the cover. So I reached out to her publicist and he said, we would love this. So I was like, oh yeah, so excited that you're excited. So I interviewed her last month and yes, we're working on her issue right now.
That
So
is
you're
so
the first to
exciting.
know.
We, we got the scoop over here. See, our lives are good for something sometimes. Okay, well, this has been so fun. Just to round out our chat, can you tell or firstly, maybe I can also do a little special announcement to let all of our viewers know that we'll be carrying Sesi magazine in Cherry Blossom Intimates, starting with this next issue. So we're super excited about that. You guys know we love supporting anything Black owned, anything woman owned. That's our jam. So we are so excited, and we know our girls are gonna love it. So
Yay.
for
I'm
anyone
excited
who
too.
magazine, they can. We are so excited. They can pop into the boutique and just grab it with their bras. So that's fun. And we're also planning a nice special event together. And we're so excited to host you this holiday season and bring all of our
It's
girls
so
in.
fun.
We are so excited. I have
So I
some
can't
planned
wait.
details to send you. We call this morning. Yeah, we have some thoughts. So
Okay.
that is fun. All right. So outside of that, how can our viewers learn more about you, and how can they get your magazine to their house?
So you can go to sesimag.com or you can just type in Sesi Magazine in Google and it'll take you right there. And you can read all about our team on there. You can see some articles that we published online that are typically different from what we publish in the magazine, but we do have some that overlap. You can also donate to us if you would like to. $5 a month would greatly help. If you run a business also and you're interested in advertising to our readers, also you can hit me up for that. You can find the magazine in Barnes and Noble and Books a Million. If you want to check out a copy before subscribing, a subscription is $20 a year, and you can subscribe straight from our website. We'll mail it right to your house. And starting with the fall issue, our single copies at the stores will be $5.99. And you can always just, we're also in libraries. You want to check it out in the library before you subscribe to see what we're all about. And you can email me, DM me anytime with a question also, and I'll answer that for you. I'm the customer service person too, so.
We love it. We love it. Well, thank you so much. It was so great to chat with you today, and we love
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you.
All right, talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, we hope that you enjoyed our live chat with Andrea. She is a joy. Her spirit is contagious. Her magazine is phenomenal. So make sure you check it out. If you're not on sesimag.com, then pop into the boutique and check it out. And I mean, subscription is only $20 for the whole year. So if you know anyone who needs a great Christmas present, a teen girl who needs a Christmas present, I think that is the best Christmas gift. I know a lot of the girls on our Christmas list are getting subscriptions this year. One, because it's a great magazine, and two, because the mission is just so beautiful that we want to see it continue. So, all right, guys, this has been another Woman Own Wednesday with me, Jasmine Jones. Check us out in boutique. We have a few appointments available today, right, Chantel? Just like a few left. We're almost booked solid.
So come on in and come and see us. Come on in. I'll be your fitter, and I'd love to have you guys.
We'd love to have you. All right, chat soon. Bye, guys.